We all know John Carpenter gave us some pretty good films and what have you. Some might have been hit or missed and what have you. Like he's done some good horror flicks and maybe some sci-fi flicks. Or even a little bit of action. Like with Escape from New York. Which this film I'm going to talk about is with It's Dark. So that's what I was about to say. There's this one film he did with the star of Escape from New York. And well, I feel like it don't get much love and what have you, but it has become a cult classic, though, in my book. Here's my review of John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1986 fantasy action comedy flick Big Trouble in Little China, released by Fox, directed by John Carpenter, who also co-scored the film with his longtime partner Alan Howard. The story was written by Gary Goldman and David Z. Weinstein. Of course, Goldman will also go on to work on the original Total Recall and Navy SEALs as well. The film stars Kurt Russell along with Kim Cattrall, Dennis Dunn, and James Hong. It tells the story of a truck driver who helps his friend rescue his friend's green-eyed fiancée from bandits in San Francisco's Chinatown and go into the mysterious underworld beneath Chinatown where they face an ancient sorcerer who requires a woman with green eyes to marry him in order to be released from a centuries-old curse. The film was released on July 2nd, 1986. It unfortunately underperformed at the box office, though, but has become a cult classic, though. So, let's get into our story. Truck driver Jack Burton wins a bet with his friend Wang Chi. To make sure he follows through on payment, Jack accompanies him to the airport to pick up Wang's Chinese fiancée, Miao Yin, where a Chinese American street gang known as the Lords of Death tries to kidnap another Chinese girl. She is being met by her friend Gracie Law. After Jack intervenes, they take Miao Yin instead. Jack and Wang tracks down the Lords of Death to Chinatown, where they find a funeral procession that erupts into a battle between Chang Xing and Wing Kong, two ancient Chinese warrior societies. When the three storms, thunder, rain, and lightning, warriors with weather-themed powers appear slaughtering the Chang Xing, Jack attempts to gun his big rig through the crowd, but runs over David Lopan, a man directing the three storms. Horrified, Jack exits his truck, but finds Lopan unhurt and glowing with magic. Wang hurriedly guides Jack through the alleys. They escape, but Jack's truck is stolen. Wang takes Jack to his restaurant where they meet with Gracie, her journalist friend Margot, Wang's friend Eddie Lee, and magician Egg Shen, a local authority on mysticism and Lopan. They explain to Jack, who only wants his truck back, the ancient knowledge and sorcery the Chinese brought with them to America. The group devises a plan to infiltrate a brothel where they believe Miao Yin is held. They break in, but they are interrupted by the storms who kidnap Miao Yin and take her to Lo Pan. Jack and Wang track down the front business used by Lo Pan and impersonate telephone repairmen to gain access, but are quickly subdued by rain. After being tied up and beaten by thunder, they meet Lo Pan. However, he now appears to be, well, as a crippled old man. Wang tells Jack that Lo Pan needs a green-eyed girl to break an ancient curse, and he intends to sacrifice Miao Yin. Centuries ago, Lo Pan was defeated in battle by Emperor Qin Shi Huang. He cursed Lo Pan with incorporeality. Although he can temporarily be granted a decrepit body by supplication to the gods, he can permanently break the curse by marrying a woman with green eyes and sacrificing her. Jack and Wang's friends attempt to save them and are also captured. After getting the drop on Thunder, Jack, Wang, and A escape and three women kept in cells. An orangutan like Wildman recaptures Gracie before she escapes. Lopan notes that Gracie has green eyes too and decides to sacrifice her while making Miao Yin his wife. Now for the final act in the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. As I count down now, if you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Wang and Jack regroup with the Chang Xing and Egg Shin and enter a cavern to return to Lopan's headquarters. Egg pours the group a potent potion. They interrupt the Wang and start a battle. Wang kills Rain in a sword duel, while Jack and Gracie chase Lopan, who has regained his corporeal form, by consuming a few drops of Miao Yin's blood. Wang joins them, and Lo Pan attempts to kill Jack with a throwing knife, but he catches it and kills him with a throw to his head. Thunder, who had been distracted with Wang, reappears and, enraged at finding Lo Pan dead, swells up and explodes. Jack, Wang, Gracie, and Miao Yin are cornered by Lightning in a corridor, who triggers a collapse. Egg rescues them with a rope and kills Lightning by dropping a Buddha statue on him when he tries to follow. After finding Jack's truck and dealing with the remaining Wing Kong guards, the group escapes back to Wang's restaurant. In the end, the group celebrates in the restaurant. Wang and Miao Yin prepare to marry, while Eddie pairs with Margot. Egg sets off to China, and Gracie offers to join Jack, but he leaves alone. However, unbeknownst to him, the wild man survived the battle and has stowed away on his truck in the story. So what did I think of Big Trouble in Little China? Well, I've only seen it a couple of times. I will say I did have some fun watching this film. This film is pretty fun and what have you. Now, although it did get a good reception though by critics and what have you, but the film bombed at the box office though. Well, maybe not completely bombed, but it was kind of, well, how should I say it, underperformed. It failed. So okay, so yeah, it bombed at the box office. It made only 11 million, well below its estimated budget of 19 to 25 million. This was released in the midst of the hype of James Cameron's blockbusters Aliens, which was also from Fox just over 2 weeks. I mean, over 2 weeks later. Now, on the DVD commentary for the film, Carpenter and Russell discussed this among possible reasons for the film's disappointing box office gross. I don't have that, but if I happen to get my hands on something like this one day, I will certainly listen. I rarely listen to commentaries, though, but anyway. Now, and I really do think Kurt Russell really is awesome in this. I mean, he's done several other films with Mr. Carpenter, and he's still good at them. Just like, well, I've seen some of those. The film sits at 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying it's brimming with energy and packed with humor. The film distills Kung Fu B movies and it's affectionately as it subverts them. Metacritic has this as score 53, and CinemaScore has given it a grade of B+. Now, the Toronto Star's Ron Bass praised Mr. Russell's performance, saying he does a great John Wayne imitation, but he's not just mimicking these heroes, he is using them to give his own character a broad satiric edge. The New York Times wrote, in kidding the flavorsome proceedings, even as he gets the juice out of them, the director, John Carpenter, is conspicuously with it. Yeah. However, Roger Ebert for the Chicago Sun-Times wrote, special effects don't mean much unless we care about these characters who are surrounded by them. And in this movie, the characters often seem to exist only to fill up the foregrounds. And felt that it was straight out of the era of Charlie Chan, Fu Manchu with no apologies, and all these usual stereotypes. Well, that's understandable, but Not, nonetheless, I found this film to be absolutely fun and what have you. I thought its effects were pretty cool and all. Anyway, Carpenter was later nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Music for the film. Well, with it, Carpenter wanted to avoid the usual cliches as he found that other scores for American movies about Chinese characters are basically rinky-tink, chop suey music, so he didn't want that for the film. So he instead opted to his trademark synthesizer score mixed with rock and roll music. Yeah, just like how he did for some of the other films that came before this he had recently done. Anyway, while despite the film bombed, it still became a cult classic and became such a big stay on had found a steady audience on physical media, on video, and then DVD. Now, of course, the film has actually been released on physical media numerous times. More recently, over 4.5 years ago, by Scream Factory, a subsidiary of Shout Factory, they released a 2 disc collector's edition. I'm not sure if it's out of print yet, but it includes a lot of new bonus features, not included on any other. Anyway, there was a video game release for various computer consoles. There would even be a comic book series here. Well, that was coming up, but it took some time. But it finally got published in 2017, called Big Trouble in Little China, Old Man Jack, which Carpenter actually took part in writing. Oh, yeah. There was numerous more stuff to come out um, years after its release, including Funko Pop vinyl figures, as well as a board game and a card game. There have been talks about a sequel, but we can't be too sure. But anyway, I thought this film had some pretty cool effects in my view, and with a good score from John Carpenter and Alan Howard, it's definitely really good. Anyway, now the original screenplay by Gary Goldman and David Z. Weinstein were first times for them. Well, it was envisioned as a western set in the 1880s, but screenwriter W.D. Richter was hired to rewrite the script extensively and modernize it. The studio hired Carpenter to direct the film and rush the film into production so it would be released before a similarly themed film called The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy, which was slated to come out around the same time. Now, the project fulfilled Carpenter's long-standing desire to make a martial arts film. Anyway, now, of course, I also think its cast is pretty good too. Kurt Russell plays Jack. I've got to say, he's good in this film. Kim Cattrall, long before Sex and the City, after she had recently appeared in the original Police Academy 2 years prior, which I still have yet to review that one, played Gracie. I'm saying she was good too. Dennis Dunn played Wang Chi. James Hong played David Lo Pan. Of course, I think that name does sound familiar. Yes, he, of course, later went on to voice Mr. Ping in the Kung Fu Panda franchise. And, of course, there's many others and what have you. Anyway, I really thought the cast was really good too. So, overall, Big Trouble in Little China was fun. Its effects were pretty cool. Its soundtrack was good. The score from Carpenter and Howard were good. The cast was pretty good, and the story wasn't too bad either. So overall, this is something you might want to check out. So would I recommend Big Trouble in Little China? I'd say sure, go ahead. I mean, if you are a big time fan, or if you're just a diehard fan of the collabs that Kurt Russell had with Carpenter, if you want to play it safe, I could also suggest giving it a one time watch just in case. But what did you think of Big Trouble in Little China? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Please help make the views grow and make this channel grow. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of another film from Fox, and that's Bachelor Party, which I've postponed it, just eased it up a few days from the weekend because I may have something else coming up. So anyway, if you like this, check out my reviews of these other two John Carpenter films with Kurt Russell. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Escape from New York from 1981. The upper right-hand corner is my review of The Thing from 1982. Or if you like another, well, film and what have you, you can also check out another Carpenter film, and this is another underrated film that he did, and it's They Live from 1988 with Roddy Piper. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.